Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the weekly home fragrance roundup. I hope you guys had a great week. It is time once again to discuss all of the candles, wax melts, crocking that I did this past week. Candle lamping, all that fun stuff. If you are new here, here is my spiel for you. Those of you that have been here for years and years on end, first of all, thank you. If you're new here, welcome. I always put lots of links in the description box below my videos. So anything that I share here in terms of like, where do you buy this candle? I put links in the description box so that you can go find them. I usually try to find if there is like a sale or something and link the product there. I also put links to videos for my candle crock 101 and my candle lamp 101. If you don't know what a candle crock or a candle lamp is, those videos are designed to kind of explain the process to you, let you know whether you need or I don't know, help you decide whether you want a candle crock, if that's going to be useful to you, how to use them, tips, tricks, all of that kind of stuff. Those videos are linked in the description box down below as well. So if you hear me talking about a candle crock and you're like, what is that? There's a whole video. So that should hopefully explain that to you. I have so many things to update you guys about today. So I have a couple of post-burn TSV, just mini reviews for you. I have an update on the HomeWorx Jumbo Luxe candle that I've been burning, and then obviously the usual weekly home fragrance roundup. So I think what I'm going to do today is kind of do things a little bit differently and maybe go backwards and start with the Scentsy first. So I love wax melts just as much as I love candles. I, however, am not someone who really is big on vendor wax. I really like Scentsy. I find I get really good consistency with them, and I like the fact that it's not a Hunger Games shopping experience when I shop with Scentsy. Things are just available and you don't have to rush, and it's easier. Plus, one of my best friends sells it and I love supporting her. So what I was warming this week was kind of a random hodgepodge, if you will, and there's not a ton of bars. Upstairs in the rooms up there and in the upstairs hallway, I was doing cutie pie cupcake, and that is delicious. I like it a lot. It's basically just a clementine or like a orangey citrus type of cupcake scent. It's delicious. Loved it. Big fan. Down here earlier in the week, I was doing a lot of the sun ripened berries, which was a scent of the month from, I think, March. Don't quote me on that. I always forget what the scent of the month is. So, but anyway, I love this so much that I put it in my club. This is a really lovely, just mixed berry scent. It really just smells like raspberries, strawberries, maybe a little bit of like blueberry or blackberry. It's sweet. It's really enjoyable. And here's Alf. Hi. Hi. Yeah, we had to refilm this whole thing, buddy. Alf and I have already done this video today, but the footage sucked, so here we are again. Anyway, this is delicious. Bamboo yuzu is what I've been using in the downstairs guest bath here. This is a very fresh, clean, spa, zen type fragrance. I don't usually love these types of scents. There's also quite a bit of, like, I feel like this smells a little soapy as well, maybe like a touch of Irish Spring. But this is nice. Definitely not my normal go-to type of fragrance at all, but it's really pleasant every once in a while, and I do like fresher scents like this during the summer months, especially in the bathroom. So this was kind of a good little thing to try. It's not one that I would be like, yes, the next time it comes around in the Bring Back My Bar voting, like I have to vote for it, but you know, it's nice. I really enjoy the Bring Back My Bar because it gives me a chance to experience a lot of different fragrances that I probably wouldn't otherwise maybe even think of trying. I feel a little bit more adventurous when it comes to the Bring Back My Bar. So Anyway, Cotton Candy Cookie was another Bring Back My Bar. This is a very sweet, probably borderline cloying type of scent, but I really like it. It's a perfumey cookie scent. It's really hard to explain, but I enjoyed it. I did not end up putting it in my club, and I only got 1 or 2, I think, when I placed my order during the month of June for Bring Back My Bar. But it's a great scent. I'm sure it'll be back again at some point. And then I did 2 of these. These were also from the Bring Back My Bar. I'm obviously going through a lot of those right now. And these are all from the most recent Bring Back My Bar that just happened in June. This is Blueberry Pancakes. I really thought I would love this one. I just like it. I think it's pleasant. It's got a little bit of like a strange blueberry note. It's not an authentic blueberry, but it's not the fakest blueberry either. It's kind of a weird one. I do get a little bit of that, like, probably like doughy or pancakey type note for sure. But I feel like there's also some, like, a little bit of spice to this. So I was actually melting this week when I was burning a lot of the HomeWorx TSV candles, because these are like holiday scents, and I was like, oh, I can't have something like sun-ripened berries going when I am burning a Christmas tree scent like I have back here right now. So yeah, anyway, I think this was okay. I almost thought about adding this to my club, but I'm glad that I warmed it and then thought, no, I don't really need to put this in my club. So I think I have 1 or 2 more left. I'll enjoy it. But yeah, it wasn't as great as I thought it would be. So there's that. Okay, let's do some candles. I've been meaning to bring this one in. This has been in my downstairs guest bath for the last several weeks actually. It is the Nest Amalfi Lemon and Mint. Now this is one of the few mint candles that I actually really enjoy. Normally, I hate mint. I do not like mint, and I do not like eucalyptus, but it's done really well in this particular fragrance. Very fresh, very clean. I feel like there's more of an emphasis on that really beautiful, sweet lemon that's in here. It's a very intense lemon scent. Almost, I would say, like borderline, like limoncello almost. It's delicious. And this is, I think this is either my 2nd or 3rd one of these that I've purchased. So it's been a repurchase for me. The Nest candles are spendy. They are definitely a splurge, and I don't buy a ton of them. I'll usually buy them when I can get them on sale for 20% off, either through like Skin Store or from Sephora, or Ulta sells Nest candles now as well. I usually don't pay full price for them. So, although I did pay full price for the spiced orange pomade candles at Crate & Barrel last year. That was nuts. But yeah, that's really lovely. If you've never tried that particular scent from Nest, definitely recommend. It is delicious. Raspberries and whipped vanilla from Bath & Body Works. Lit this a couple times this week. I try to be careful with this one because it has those tree stump wicks. So I leave this lit for like an hour or 2 and then I blow it out. I'm trying to see if I can burn it all the way down. My experience with this one in the past is I get to about the halfway point and then it starts sooting really badly and then it goes in the candle crock. So there's that. Let's actually, you know what, while we're here, since I just mentioned the candle crock, let's talk about what I have currently in my candle crocks. So earlier this week, I was burning through a Bath & Body Works berry pumpkin, not berry pumpkin waffles, that's HomeWorx, berry waffle cone. There we go, berry waffle cone. And I had about maybe like a little less than 1/3 of the wax left, and I kind of wanted to prolong my enjoyment of the candle, so I decided to go ahead and put it in the candle crock in the laundry room. Now this is from the original like ribbed glass collection, which I think is like the very best berry waffle cone there ever was. I have purchased or like repurchased it when it has been repackaged a few times now, but it doesn't smell quite as good in the repackages, and the burns are not nearly as good as the original, so that's a little bit of a bummer. In the candle crock in my in our master bedroom, I have one in there as well. I have the vanilla and peach tea. I was actually going to return that, but But then I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna put it in a crock. I really don't like returning like burned candles, but the wicks dudded out on that one. The wicks also dudded out on my pink lemonade, which was in the I Love Mom packaging. So I think that was like probably a Mother's Day candle. Like the wicks literally completely dudded out. Like I could not get the wicks relit. They were so short and close to the wax, and I didn't trim them. They just ate themselves. The wicks were gone. So again, that was another one I thought about taking back, and then I was like, just use it in the crock. Like, it's plenty strong. When it was lit, it was lovely. Obviously, it's a great scent, but it's doing fine in the candle crock, and I'll get a solid week out of it, and I'll enjoy it, and yeah. So anyway, I just decided to go ahead and do that instead of returning both of those. I did, after I filmed my Bath & Body Works candle collection, I sort of had a little bit of a, oh man, what did I do here moment? And I ended up returning and getting my money back. The extras that I purchased of the Market Peach and Strawberry Pound Cake blends candle, as well as the Cinnamon Spiced Vanilla and Paris Cafe blends candles. So I had purchased multiple backups of those. So I think I actually ended up taking back like either 12 or 13 candles. And that felt great. I felt really good about doing that. While I really love the fragrances, while I really love the fragrances, I just couldn't justify, especially since I had gotten my candle collection for Bath & Body Works down to like such a reasonable amount. I was like, I gotta take these back. So took them back, felt great, got my money back, and yeah, so made a little bit more of a dent in my Bath & Body Works candle collection. By the way, if you missed it, I did upload my HomeWorx candle collection this week as well. I will link all of the collection videos in the description box down below. I do still have one more. It turns out I forgot about my Yankee candles. So tomorrow on Sunday, I will share with you guys what I have left in my Yankee collection and talk a little bit about sort of my disappointment with where Yankee Candle is right now, and just kind of explain why I don't really shop with them much anymore. And that it bums me out because Yankee Candle was like the first place that I ever went to when I got my first real job and started making money, and I purchased my own first candle. It was cranberry chutney, and it was in 1997. I've told this story multiple times, and I just miss my Yankee Candle shopping experience because I always just had such a great time. But anyway, we'll talk about it more tomorrow. So back to the candles. I have two limoncello cupcakes in two different formats from two very different years. This is a 2019 limoncello cupcake in the hobnail format. Love it. This was the first time I was introduced to limoncello cupcake. It is delicious. And don't you dare, sir, this guy. He is trying to... There is a hair tie or a scrunchie that he desperately wants to get at here, and Mama has said no. Mama said no. He's like, but did you? Did you though? Yes, I did. Let's put it over here. All right, limoncello cupcake. Oh, wow, sorry. There we go, you're back. Limoncello cupcake from 2020. So this was the year after. This one, ugh, so good. I love this particular fragrance. It really does smell like a lemon cupcake. If you like lemon cupcakes, this is a wonderful lemon gourmand. So big fan. Burning a little bit more of that farm stand blueberry. You guys know that I have multiple backups of this, and ooh, hopefully they're not coming up here. Okay, sorry. There's a delivery truck. I have multiple backups of this, and I will certainly be going through a couple more this summer, and then I will save a couple for next summer. Farm Stand Blueberry is one of my all-time favorite fruity scents that Harry has put out, and I was so glad when it finally came back this year. It's a very unique take on blueberry, and I love it. It's one of my faves. Banana Berry Smoothie. This one is quite light. Unfortunately, this was one of the fragrances that were released this spring. I really hope that HomeWorx re-releases this one, but with much more oomph the next go around. I need more strength and throw. That's what I need from basically all of the spring candles that I purchased this year. Now, I am going to bring something up here when we get to talking about these holiday candles. So don't let me forget. Alf, remind Mama. He's looking at me like, okay, you got it. Island Papaya Melon. So I love this one. This was from 2021. Yeah. This came with the, what else came in this? It was a duo. I think it was the key lime macaron maybe. Anyway, delicious. Love this. This was my last backup of it, and that's fine. There will be other fruity candles that will come around next summer that I'm sure I will also enjoy. That is the thing that I need to remember. You don't need a million backups of the same thing, and I'm really trying hard to get there, guys. Flamingo Beach from Bath & Body Works. I love this one so much. I was so bummed that I did not see it at Bath & Body Works this year. It must not be an every summer thing. I was kind of under the impression that it was, but I have not seen it yet this summer. So fingers crossed, maybe it comes back. I think this one, when did I buy this? Must have been, yeah, it was last year. It must have been last summer. So, okay, so I want to talk about the post-burn updates of the TSV candles, but before I do that, I do want to give you guys one more update on how it's going with the Jumbo Luxe candle, this bad boy right here. It is indeed larger than my head, and I have a very enormous head. Thank you, genetics. This is the spun vanilla sugar. The size of this candle is 80 ounces, and the burn time is anywhere from 85 to 125 hours. Last week, I burned this in my Chester Hurricane on the kitchen counter or kitchen island. Great experience with it in the Hurricane, but I wanted to test and see if you needed a Hurricane for this one. And you do not. This glass is incredibly thick and heavy, you guys. You don't need a Hurricane. I think the Hurricane definitely even intensified the strength and throw a little bit more, but you don't, I think, need a Hurricane for these 5 wicks. That's right, there's 5 wicks in here. This thing is a beast, you guys. I have no complaints. It is burning like a friggin' champ. So I've been burning it in my entryway. I also burned it in here one day, just kind of on the edge of the table here. The strength and throw is amazing. It should be for the amount of surface area that we have here and the amount of wicks. So great strength and throw. No problem with the wicks at all. I have been trimming the wicks ever so slightly, just the very top. At first I was not trimming the wicks at all, but now I feel like they need just a little bit of a trim. I am definitely at least a third of the way through the candle at this point. So, yeah, I mean, it was all the way up to here. So that's definitely at least a third. It's great. I have no complaints. There's no sooting. There is a little bit of like settling with the wax, I've noticed. There's a crack around the outer edge. But other than that, this is doing just fine. Now, I do think these are going to be like a novelty release from HomeWorx. I don't think we are going to see these on any type of regular basis. By the way, I am still on wait list for a spun vanilla sugar. This particular one was sent to me as PR, so I did not pay for this one, but the one on wait list I will be paying for, so fingers crossed I actually end up getting it. I love this thing, and but I am also a sucker for things that are a larger size of what I normally buy, or things that are a smaller size of what I normally buy. Like, I just think novelty stuff like that is kind of fun. So are these Luxe candles for everybody? No, absolutely not. If you're someone who likes to get through your candles quickly, this is not the candle for you. If something's going to burn up to 125 hours, that's a huge commitment. And I know a lot of people are not willing to make that. Also, they're just big. Like, some people don't have room for a candle this big in their house. Some people just didn't like the fragrances that were available. Certainly, if these come out again, I think they will be a very limited edition release. I think it will probably be, maybe we'll see these around the holidays. Maybe we will see these Luxe jumbo candles when there's like a special occasion, like a HomeWorx anniversary or, you know, something like that. So that's when I see these bad boys being available again. But I don't think that this is something where every year we're going to see like 10 new Luxe candles available. I would like to put a vote in for a Luxe Harvest Leaves, perhaps a Luxe Berry Trifle, but more importantly, Harry, what we need is a Berry Pumpkin Waffles in the Luxe size. If you could do that, it would probably make a lot of my dreams come true. So for me, this bad boy is doing amazingly well. I don't think you need a hurricane, but if you want to get one because they're pretty, go to town. It'll certainly increase your, it will decrease the amount of time that you need to form a full wax pool. But eventually the candle by itself just, it pulls out beautifully. So I'm a fan, but I also understand why a lot of people are not a fan of the Luxe format. So if you can still get any of them on waitlist, I will link that down below. Let us now talk about TSV post-burn updates, because the TSV is going live tomorrow on QVC at midnight. I will try to remember to link the show times in the description box down below, and then I will also remind you guys and put links to where you can find the TSV in the description box once I have the links. And then I will also try to remember to do a post on my community tab here on YouTube. So, and do you guys hear the snoring? The snoring has started, but that's good. That means he's quiet. All right, let's start with some updates. Now, I have only had a chance to burn the Christmas cappuccino, the peach gingerbread, and I'm currently burning the, I don't want to mess up the name, frosted white pine. So I've only had a chance to burn this one for a few hours today. These I have burned twice for a few hours each. So I am nowhere near ready to do like complete post-burn reviews, because I am someone who firmly believes that it's good to get at least like a few burns into your candle before you review them. So more reviews to come, I promise. But for those of you that were wondering, because obviously the TSV is going live tomorrow, Christmas cappuccino. So these wicks, I feel like, are wicks that we have seen before. I think they're good wicks. They're working out for me. I do feel like they need to be trimmed between burns. There is wax that is clinging to the side of the jar, and so that makes me think that this wax might be a little bit different from, because the other spring candles, like the wax doesn't cling to the side, but here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there is just a little bit of wax clinging to the side there. Can you see that? So that's not usually something that happens with a lot of the HomeWorx candles. Occasionally it will happen, but it seems to be the case with definitely the peach gingerbread, but it's not happening with the frosted white pine. So I don't know if that's important to you. I'm not seeing any residue here. I'm seeing a little bit left behind here. The strength and throw, let's discuss this. So Josh from over at Touch the Fire Twice kind of talked about this in one of his videos, and it was a very good point, and he was probably a lot more eloquent about it than I'm going to be when I'm explaining it to you here. So I'll link Josh's video in the description box down below if you want to go check out what he said, but it definitely made sense. I am aware that candles, when companies come up with their concepts, it's usually a year in advance. So, they come up with the fragrances and they start making samples, start testing, start getting their orders in with the factories. And typically that has to happen a year in advance. And so the point is, does HomeWorx have enough time to fix the strength and throw issues that we were seeing in the spring and the summer candles that we have received so far? Probably not. Probably not going to happen for the fall. Potentially there could still be some time for the winter candles. I don't know. I don't know when those are being shipped in, but the candles are shipped. They are made in Vietnam still, right? Yep, made in Vietnam. So in a factory over there, it takes time to make the candles, it takes time to package them up, and then ship them across the old Pacific Ocean. So, you know, I do think that probably the earliest that we are going to see major changes to the strength and throw, probably going to be like next winter, spring, somewhere around there. I was hopeful that maybe there could be some course correction on the strength and throw, but I don't know that there is necessarily. That being said, I do think that my experience with these holiday candles is slightly better in terms of strength and throw than it has been for the summer candles. But are these like back to being the house fillers that they used to be? No, no, they're not. They're definitely going to be room fillers for you. They are going to be available in a set of 2, so that does mean you'll get 2 of the same scent. Put those at opposite ends of the house and you will have that house filling experience. But some people just want to burn 1 candle at a time. And you know, that's fine. But I would sort of expect the strength and throw to be somewhere around the like 5 to 6. I'm used to having the HomeWorx be like 7, 8, 9 in terms of strength and throw, and I'm obviously talking out of 10 here. So it's not back to where it was, but I do think these are a little bit stronger than the spring and summer candles so far. So Christmas Cappuccino is very interesting. This one gets a very interesting like powdered note to it when it's burning. It almost smells like a mix between like that dark cocoa, like a dark cocoa sprinkled on top, maybe with like some powdered sugar as well. But it's that like powderiness that you smell. And I've been talking too much, sorry. So it's that powderiness that you get when you stick your nose into powdered sugar or powdered cocoa. It's very interesting. I don't know that I love this one as much as I did at first when I smelled it on Cold Sniff. It is delicious, and I do think that I'll probably end up ordering a set. But the coffee note that's in here is definitely a very light roast. I was hoping that it would be just a little bit darker, just a little bit heavier on the coffee, but it is a very kind of milky, creamy cappuccino type scent. So, which makes sense. That's what a cappuccino is. It's basically just a shot with a bunch of milk, right? So that steamed milk froth is very predominant in here, as is that cinnamon and sugar. I think if you like coffee scents, you're probably really going to enjoy this one. But is it the strongest coffee candle that I've ever had? No, it is definitely a lighter roast type of scent. So if you like those darker, heavier coffee scents, this one is not going to be to your liking. This has much more of that creamy milkiness to it. Strength and throw, probably right around a 6. Certainly filled my kitchen for sure, but did it fill the entire house? No, it did not. I love this one burning. I like this even more now. And I was really iffy on the peach gingerbread. This smells like German Lebkuchen, with just a touch of like a not overly sweet peach puree. It is delicious, you guys, and it works. I know when I first saw it, I was like, ew, weird. Peach and gingerbread, I don't know about that. Harry knows what he's doing. This smells incredible, you guys. It is so yummy, so unique. It definitely does not smell like American gingerbread to me. American gingerbread is a lot heavier, I feel like, on the ginger, and it's like spicier smelling, and I don't like that. I don't like that ginger snap type of scent, and this does not have that. It's more of like a soft, like chewier gingerbread, more bakery than like ginger, if that makes sense. Like you've got those spices, like that nutmeg and that little bit of cinnamon in there as well, but really pleasant, really enjoyable. I would encourage anyone who's on the fence with this one to give it a try. I think it's really different and yummy, and the strength and throw on this is right around a 6 as well. I will be ordering another set for sure. This is delicious, and I must have more. I will not allow myself to order more than one set because I need to like stay within the lines, or my guidelines, if you will. So, but that's delicious. Love it. Now let's talk about this one, the Frosted White Pine. I really like this one burning. I like this one a lot more burning than I even did on Cold Sniff. And what I think it is that white patchouli that's in here is it's so pretty. And it really sort of warms up that slightly cooler, like tree note that's in there. It definitely has that like cool December air outside, like you're at a tree farm kind of vibe at first, but that white patchouli sort of warms it up a little bit and makes it smell a little bit more cozy. So this one is a surprise to me. Now the chestnut one I have not burned at all, so I will try to get to that tomorrow, and maybe I'll just update over on Instagram. But yeah, so that's a little bit of an update, and strength is right around like, I would put this at also just about a 6 as well in terms of strength and throw. So I do think if you want much more oomph from these, burn your duo at the same time, or just be prepared to get a somewhat similar performance to the spring and summer scents. Maybe slightly stronger, but not a ton. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna call it at that. Sorry, I've been talking forever. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Subscribe if you are new. Check out that description box down below for all the links that I mentioned, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care. Toodaloo.